Twins World, all about parenting. Hope you all are safe and sound in your own places. And today we are going to discuss another important topic of life, that is how to introduce the concept of death in young children. Death is a very hard topic to broach with young children when we are affected with this kind of pain. Till 2.5, 3 years of age, kids won't understand what is death. They may think dying is something for a minute and that person will come back. But once they become 3 years, they realize that death is a part of life, whereas a person who's dying will not come back. That person will be no more in the family. This much they are able to understand. So the concept of death need to be inculcated in life in one or other point of time. If you ask the various scenarios, kids understand about death as the death of some stories or TV movies or any cartoons what they see, or mainly we can see or experience the death of the pets. So having pets, their death will make them understand how the departure can affect. If you talk about our experience, young kid always ask, do I die? Do you die? When will you die? Any people with white hair, in front of them they ask, is he going to die? So this kind of questions we tend to manage when we are in scenario where in front of old people they go to marry. And there is an incident happened that cried one day, and when he asked me, will you become old? I said, I'll become old. Will you die? I said, yes, I will die. Then he started crying very badly. I said, I will not become old now. It will take time. So these are the ways we can introduce the concept of death in children. And if a small kid, I've seen that the kids that is reacting like this, in spiritual values we speak that our mother or father, the loved one is gone with God, so that we will meet them later. So recently I heard, when I can meet my mother, how long should I wait? And another episode, what happened is when a person's sister, both were kids, died. The kid was crying in front of the dead body. Someone showed him the coke and he got up and went and drank the coke happily. So this is the way they will accept death. May not be crying and yelling and worrying about the dead person. Yes, it will affect them, but in bits and pieces, and later the symptoms can be seen in the children. So we need to learn how to deal with this particular situation and how we can introduce the concept of death, because talking to an understanding adult or a man and woman is very good, so that the concept of death can be very clear and the child will not be confused or irritated but by not knowing what is reality. Death and dying are some of the taboo concept of society, where people doesn't want to speak to anyone because they think that it will bring anxiety and pain in everyone. But not telling in the right way can create anxiety and panic in other people. So communicating the facts to children honestly and openly is the right way of approaching this particular concept, because this has a long-lasting impact. And answer the questions. They may ask a number of questions. Better to give them small answers, because your long procedure is not going to understand by them. Within another 2-3 minutes they may ask and repeat the same cycle of questions where we may get irritated. So mentally prepare when you and I am able to answer the questions. And I would say the introduction of the concept of the death should not happen when someone dies, where we are in pain or we are in grief, so that I may not able to understand. So it's better I put in this kind of thought, so that when something major happens, when we go to a bereaved family, or when we go to a place where people are distressed or upset, they are able to understand why that family is going through this kind of pain. Avoid euphemisms like or the hard words like he passed away, we lost him, because child is not going to understand this kind of terms. You can speak died, or no more this uncle will come to have food, or he's no more going to talk to us. So this way, in simple terms, we are able to make children understand what is death. So use simple terms to describe the death so that they will be able to understand than the big words what we use. Another point what we need to be emphasized on this particular time is, we should not tell them that don't cry, or be like a man, or you are the big child in this house so that you should not cry. Do not tell words like that. Let him cry the way he wants. Let him express his heart out. So let him understand it's okay to express the pain and ventilate than keeping hold of things and showing the public that you are strong. We are not going to get anything by making public understand that we are strong. So let them ventilate and come out from the pain what the death or the departure or demise has occurred in that particular family. As I already mentioned, that the kids can come back to us again with a set of questions where I and you may not be answered, because we also don't know much about the life after death, or we cannot express it out in a scientific way. Yes, spirituality has way to speak, but science doesn't have any kind of clear-cut information after the death of a person. Another thing what we can see in this particular explanation of the topic is, sometimes the child may come up with lack of emotion. There is no emotion. The child may be child will not be expressing anything right now, but there can be a behavior change in a longer run. Otherwise, you can expect an emotional outburst where a child can be angry or full of fear. So these kind of mixed emotions can be expressed. One of the most common character you can see in this kind of children who is traumatized is regression of their character. If they are toilet trained, they may start urinating their pant, or they pass motion without their knowledge. So this kind of character you can see in them. Along with that, some immature character that they want someone to hold on to all the time, or they want the caretaker or father or mother to sleep with them all the time. So this kind of behavior also can be seen because the trauma has created a pain in them. But continuous communication as well as love and affection can take the child out without causing much damage in the further future too. So I think I explained the concept of death and how we can introduce to children is well explained. Till we meet next week with another important topic. Stay happy and stay safe.